Hey lovelies, and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to do a book haul. I have 2 boxes from Book Outlet and then just a few from random stores, so I'm going to jump right in and get started. If you guys remember my friend Ashley from all those challenge videos that I did, we are actually starting a Booktube channel, so most of these videos will be on that. I will link that down below, and just remember it's just getting started, so there's not going to be a lot of content on there this very second, but I'm going to start putting these hauls on there as well. We're going to start talking about books on there, so if you guys are interested in that kind of stuff, that will be linked down below for you. So the very first book in this haul I actually picked up at Dollarama, and I was reading the back and then just kind of seeing if there were other books in the series, and there is, so I'm going to get more. This is actually the second book out of 3. So this is No Easy Way Out by Dana Lorenz. That's what this book looks like right here. And this is actually from the collection No Safety Numbers. So, and apparently this book is about, like this whole series is about these people that end up quarantined in a mall and then something happens. Not exactly sure. Really didn't want to spoil it. And it was only $1.50, so I picked that up, and what a steal. The next book I actually picked up at my college bookstore. And this is Blindness by Jos Saramago. Probably just butchered that, and I just finished reading it because I actually needed to read it for a course that I was taking, and basically it's about the city who is hit with a white blindness, as they call it, so really no one else can see anything except there's this one lady who did not go blind, and so they're forced to this quarantine area. I really don't want to say too much right now without ruining it. Into this quarantine area, and they live there. So that's all I'm going to say for now. I liked this book. I just didn't like the writing style it was on. It was more so, I wouldn't call them like a run-on sentences, but it was a bunch of like commas in it. It wasn't like there wasn't any like he said, she said kind of thing. If you guys understand anything that I'm saying, but other than that, this is a pretty good book. And the 2 books that I picked up from Chapters, I also needed for my course as well. And this one is called Wit. And I'm not exactly sure what this one is. I haven't even read the synopsis on the back yet. But this one is a play. And at my bookstore, at school, they wanted a lot more than what I got for it from Chapters. So I just picked this up there. And it's actually really thin. There's not a whole lot to it. And then, believe it or not, this book I needed for a course too. And this is 28 Days Later, The Aftermath by Steve Niles. I didn't say who the other one was by, I'm sorry. And it's kind of like a comic book kind of thing, so I'm actually pretty excited to read this. Sorry, The Wit was by Margaret Edison. So yeah, so 2 more books that I have to read, which it'll be no problem getting through those. A couple of books were from Book Outlet. I did place 2 orders, and they have both arrived. I was kind of waiting for the other one to arrive so I could be able to film this for you guys. So the first order that I placed, I got 5 books, and the first one is In Between the Lines by Jodi Picoult. I don't know how you say that name, but that's what this one looks like. And this one was considered a scratch and dent is what they call it on the website, so it means that there's something wrong with it. I'm looking on it and I absolutely don't see anything wrong with this book. And this book retails for $14.99 Canadian, and I paid $2.49 for it, so that is pretty awesome. Oh, I see it now. There's some black stuff in it. Oh no, there's pictures in it. Okay, well then, I have no idea what's wrong with this book. Either way, $2.49, you can't go wrong. And then the next 4 is kind of like in a complete series. So I'll start off with the one that I know is the first one. These were all $2.99 each, and it's the first one is Broads and Broomsticks by Sarah Manowski. I don't know. I'm going to butcher that. But there's the name right there. And this is the first one in the series. And my friend is already reading it. It's kind of like a young adult, easy read kind of thing, which I like. So I'm going to probably read this later on because I have a few books that I want to read first. I want to finish the Divergent series. And then in my book club, we are starting another book. So I kind of want to read that one first before I read this one. But this one will be read pretty soon. So this is the first one in the series. The second one is called Frogs and French Kisses. The next one is called Spells and Sleeping Bags. And the next one is Parties and Potions. So I thought that this was pretty good. I got all 4 books, and they were only $3 each, and they retail for $9.99 in Canada. So that's not that bad at all either. Next order, I placed a little bit more. All these books came to $19.91. And then I had a coupon as well, so I got $5 off this order, which is awesome. I'm just going to start from the beginning. The reason why I'm looking down is because I'm trying to look down at my sheet of paper that tells me like how much these books were, then that way you guys know. Some of these were scratch and dent, which I will let you guys know when I get to them as well. So the first one is called The Survivors, and this is by Will Weaver. I don't really know anything about this. And this one is hardcover, and I paid $2.49 for this. And it doesn't say how much it is regular in Canada. I'm going to assume it's more than $17.99, which is the US price. But I don't really know what it's about. I kind of read this short synopsis on the website, but it just looked good and intrigued me, so I got it. The next couple of books aren't really for me per se. They are for my stepson when he's here, so then he can read them. But I got the Berenstain Bears Easter Parade, and this is by Mike Berenstain. Which is, these books are here. These were classic when I was growing up, and they are great. And also I'm going to use like the thinner ones to put in with my other books that I have for when I get a classroom. Eventually it'll go in there, and then that way the kids can read that as well. The next one is definitely for my stepson, and my boyfriend's son. I guess he's almost my stepson. It is The Hero's Guide to Saving Your Kingdom. This one is by Christopher Healy. Oh, sorry, the Berenstain Bears one was $1.69. See, I'm kind of bad at this. And this is The Hero's Guide to Saving Your Kingdom. And this one was $1.89. And this was a scratch and dent one. And the only mark I can see is this mark on the bottom. But, oh, and there's a little bit up here. But you know what? Who really cares? He's not going to care. So I didn't. And the next book is called Pete the Cat Big Easter Adventure. And this one was $2.99. And I know it's regular in Canada, it's like $11. So this is what this one looks like. This was scratch and dent as well. The only thing that I can see that's wrong with it is that it doesn't have like the jacket on it, which I'm pretty sure that this book comes with a jacket, which isn't a big deal because this is one of those books that's going to go away into my stash. And this one has like Easter cards that you can deliver to friends and whatnot, and there's like a poster in here as well. So I definitely picked this one up, and my kids eventually will love it because I know that in past placements the kids loved the Pete the Cat books. So I picked up that one. The next one is also for my boyfriend's son, and this is The Mapmaker and the Ghost by Sarvanez Tash. Sorry, I'm really bad at saying these names, but that's this one right here. And this one was a scratch and dent as well, and this one was $1.49, and this one just has a little black mark right there too. That's basically about it. Like, there's nothing wrong with it at all except that little marker dot, and like I said, he's not gonna care. The next book that I got is called Breaking Beautiful by Jennifer Shaw Wolfe, and like I said, I don't know anything about this book. I'm intrigued by the covers. I know you're not supposed to judge a book by cover, but I do a lot, unless I know that a good book that has a crappy cover, then I'll read it. But anyways, this one intrigued my interest as well, so I'm going to definitely read this one. And this one was a scratch and dent, and this one was $1.99. And the only thing for the scratch and dent that I can see is the little black dot up there, and the fact that some of the pages, like this one, is kind of like crinkled. But honestly, for that price, who really cares? I know I don't. I got another book for my boyfriend's son, and this one's called The Incredible Twisting Arm. This one was $1.49 because of scratch and dent as well, and it retails for $6.99 in Canada, and the only mark is like that mark right there, and the fact that like the flap is a little bit folded. But like I said, who's really gonna care? Did I say who this is by? This is by Kate Egan with magician Mike Lane. I don't know. But that's what this one looks like, and I picked some books up for him so that he can kind of read more at home because he doesn't have a whole lot to read here. So picked up just a few books for him. And the last scratch and dent one that I have is the Divergent Companion. This is by Louis Gresh. this is what this one looks like here. The one that I really wanted sold out. So this one retails for $14.99 Canadian, and I paid $1.89. So this was a pretty good deal. The only thing that I can see wrong with scratch and dent is there's a black mark on the top, which I said I don't really care about. And the fact that the cover is a little bit like folded in the middle. Who cares? It's only the Divergent Companion. It's the unauthorized guide to the series. So I'm kind of excited to read through this as I'm reading through the series right now, and I'm on the second book of the series. So I can't wait to jump into that one as well. The last book that I have for you is a book that I have been looking for a long time. I have looked in a whole bunch of garage sales. I looked on garage sale websites. My mom's been keeping an eye out. But this is the only book that we could not find. And I don't know about you guys, but I don't like to read a series without the first book because I feel like I missed so much. So anyways, this is by V.C. Andrews, and this is The Flowers in the Attic in the Dollinger? Sure, I can't even say that. Dollinger? I don't know. I'm going to say Dollinger series, and this is the first book. It retails for $16 Canadian, and I paid $3.99 for it. And like I said, I could not find this anywhere. Like I couldn't find a used copy. This one's brand new. The only thing that I see wrong with it is the little scuff in the top. That is okay because if it's a regular $16 Canadian, I will pay the $3 for the mark on the top. So now I can finally read that series, which now is going to be put on the back burner because, as you guys know, sorry, that was my dog. Then I already have series planned, so yeah, gonna be able to finally read this series. Thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up if you did, and subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye. So these are all my books. I didn't want to do what every other YouTuber does and like holds them because probably drop them anyways, but that is all the pretties right there. I'm gonna go throw them on my shelf right now. Yeah, so I got it cut a lot shorter. It used to be almost down to my butt, and now it's just a little past my shoulders. So I got these hair clips. These are by Remington, and these are just silver and black sparkly ones. They have like the alligator clip on the back, so I thought that it would be good. And also because I've been wearing my hair down a lot since I got my hair cut, which is good.